The history of Iran spans thousands of years, marked by the rise and fall of several great empires, rich cultural developments, and significant political shifts. Here is an overview of the key periods. Prehistoric Iran. Archaeological evidence shows that Iran was inhabited by human societies as early as the Paleolithic period, c. 100,000 years ago. During the Neolithic era, c. 10,000 BCE, agriculture developed, and early settlements like Susa began to emerge in western Iran. Elamite civilization, c. 2700 to 539 BCE. One of the earliest known civilizations in Iran was Elam, which developed in the southwestern region, near modern-day Kazakhstan. The Elamites were contemporaries of Mesopotamian civilizations and were often in conflict with them. Susa was a significant Elamite city. Achaemenid Empire, c. 550 to 330 BCE. The Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great, became the first Persian empire. It was one of the largest empires in history, stretching from the Balkans and Egypt to the Indus Valley. Cyrus the Great is also remembered for his progressive policies, such as the Cyrus Cylinder, considered the first human rights charter. His successors, including Darius I and Xerxes, expanded the empire, though it eventually fell to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE. Seleucid Empire, c. 312 to 63 BCE. Following Alexander's death, Iran came under the control of the Seleucid Empire, established by one of Alexander's generals, Seleucus I. This period saw a fusion of Greek and Persian cultures, but was marked by instability and constant conflict with other successor states. Parthian Empire, c. 247 BCE, 224 CE. The Parthians emerged as the dominant force in Iran after defeating the Seleucids. The Parthian Empire, founded by the Ars-Acid dynasty, was known for its decentralized structure and frequent wars with the Roman Empire. The Parthian cavalry became legendary for their tactics in battle, particularly against Roman legions. Sasanian Empire, 224 to 651 CE. The Sasanian Empire, founded by Ardashir I, was the last pre-Islamic Persian empire and a significant rival to the Roman and Byzantine empires. The Sassanids revived much of the Achaemenid traditions, including Zoroastrianism as the state religion. They made significant advances in art, science, and architecture. The empire eventually fell to the Islamic Arab forces during the early Muslim conquests in 651 CE. Islamic conquest and early Islamic period, 651 to 1258. After the fall of the Sasanian Empire, Iran became part of the growing Islamic Caliphate. Initially, it was under the Umayyad and later the Abbasid Caliphates. The adoption of Islam led to a profound transformation of Iranian society, although Persian culture and identity remained strong, influencing the Islamic world through literature, science, and governance. Persian Renaissance and Seljuk period, 10th to 13th century. During this time, local dynasties like the Tahirids, Saffarids, and Buyids rose to power, and the Persian language and culture experienced a revival. The Seljuks, a Turkic dynasty that ruled from the 11th century, oversaw a flourishing of Persian art, architecture, and literature. Mongol invasion and Ilkhanate, 13th to 14th century. The Mongol invasions in the 13th century, led by Genghis Khan and later his descendants, devastated much of Iran. The Mongol Ilkhanate, founded by Hulagu Khan, ruled Iran for a time. Despite the destruction, the Mongols eventually adopted Persian culture and Islam. Safavid Empire, 1501 to 1736. The Safavid Empire marked the beginning of modern Iranian history and was a turning point in the establishment of Iran as a distinct nation-state. Founded by Shah Ismail I, the Safavids made Twelver Sharia Islam the official state religion, a legacy that continues to shape Iran today. The Safavids were also known for their architectural achievements and the flourishing of arts and crafts. Afsharid, Zand, and Qajar dynasties, 18th to 20th century. Following the fall of the Safavid Empire, Iran experienced a period of instability. Nader Shah founded the Afsharid dynasty in 1736 and temporarily restored Iranian power. Later, the Zand dynasty ruled parts of Iran until the rise of the Qajar dynasty in the late 18th century. The Qajar rulers struggled with foreign interference from Britain and Russia, leading to territorial losses and internal discontent. Pahlavi dynasty and modernization, 1925 to 1979. Reza Shah Pahlavi established the Pahlavi dynasty in 1925, focusing on modernizing Iran, building infrastructure, and reducing foreign influence. His son, Muhammad Reza Pahlavi, continued these reforms but faced increasing opposition due to authoritarian policies, corruption, and perceived westernization. Islamic Revolution, 1979. In 1979, growing discontent led to the Islamic Revolution, which overthrew the Pahlavi monarchy and established an Islamic republic under the leadership of Ayatollah Khomeini. The revolution transformed Iran into a theocratic state based on Islamic law and led to significant political and social changes. Iran-Iraq War and post-revolution period, 1980 to 1988. Shortly after the revolution, Iran faced a devastating war with neighboring Iraq, which lasted 8 years and resulted in massive casualties and economic damage. Despite the war, Iran solidified its new governmental structure and continued to emphasize its Islamic identity. Contemporary Iran, 1989-present. After the death of Ayatollah Khomeini in 1989, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei became the supreme leader. Iran has since navigated various domestic and international challenges, including sanctions, political protests, and complex relations with the West. The country remains influential in the Middle East, particularly through its regional alliances and strategic use of soft and hard power. The history of Iran is one of continuity and change, with deep cultural roots and a significant impact on the development of civilization in the region.